Are you looking for a great gym here in Bangkok, Thailand? In this video, I will show you 3 of my best recommendations for gyms in this city, as well as provide you some general insights about the gym culture. In this video, me and the one and only Robert Berg will rate these gyms on a scale 1 to 5 in terms of convenience, equipment, and community. To start things off, we're here at Fitness First, which is located in the T1 building in Thong La, same as the Sugar rooftop bar. But you know what? We're not here to party, we're here to work out, so let's check this place out. This gym in particular is some kind of platinum Fitness First type gym, and I mean, look at this place, it's huge. There are a bunch of personal trainers. It's almost like as many trainers here as is actually people working here. Now it's time to hit this workout. We have 3 floors to play around with, so let's see what's gonna happen. Robert, how's your general experience with the gyms here in Bangkok?
I mean, it's generally been amazing, not only here in Bangkok, but in Thailand as a whole. Like, one great aspect is just the fact that it's so affordable to work out here if you compare to many other countries in Asia. If you go for, let's say, a day pass in, I guess, Hong Kong or Singapore, you're looking at perhaps up to $50 a session, right? Here in Thailand, it's generally somewhere around $10 to $20, right? Also, I have to mention the ease of access, you know, because it's so easy to just get going. You pay and you can start immediately.
Finally, the workout is finished. Or finally, I mean, I kind of enjoyed this place. Great stuff, great facilities, like equipment-wise, super good, clean locker rooms, and yeah, fantastic view. I mean, I really hold this place very high.
Perhaps in my top 3 gyms here I've been to so far in Bangkok, so it'll be interesting to see how this one holds up compared to the other ones we're about to visit.
This is the second gym, which is called Jet's 24-Hour Fitness, and this is located in the middle of Asok, which is essentially the city center of Bangkok. And I mean, look at this rooftop. It's pretty unique to have this kind of rooftop amongst the huge skyscraper city view. And yeah, behind us here we got Robert as well, so he's doing his shenanigans, as he likes to phrase it. Robert, what do you think about this place and the surroundings?
I mean, I love this place, right? Because now it's perfect. After the workout, we came here to take some cool pictures, you know, with a beautiful backdrop. But other than that, you also have like 3 floors with very good gym equipment. You got pretty much everything you need for a very good workout. With the food, you have plenty of options. What we like to do is to go to Terminal 21, which is like a huge shopping mall, right? And within that shopping mall, you have both like great restaurants, but also like a great food court, right? So you can kind of pick and choose whatever you feel like.
Before I show you the last gym on my list, I want to bring an honorable mention to the hotel gyms here in Bangkok. Because unlike many other major cities in Asia, I feel like Bangkok hotel gyms are usually pretty good. And I mean, if you don't want to sign up for a gym membership, this is a super good option to combine your accommodation with the gym, so to speak. This hotel is called Golden Tulip, and it's actually not sponsored or anything like that. This is just like me staying here for a week. But yeah, it's a good option for you all if you want to find a pretty solid hotel gym. Before we finally gonna rate the gyms of Bangkok, we have one more to visit, which is Muscle Factory. And Muscle Factory is located in the Onut area, a little bit outside of the city center of Bangkok. But you know what? Now it's time to hit the workout before we get to the fun part. The moment of truth is here. So Robert and I are gonna rate the gyms on a scale 1 to 5 in terms of community, equipment, and convenience. For Jet Fitness, in terms of the community, I feel like the staff was super friendly. I feel like we got good treatment. We had like a lot of food, so we could sit there and eat before. So always nice to have that kind of understanding. Every floor was like separated, so it was like hard to get the general vibe of the facility. But in terms of like community, I give it a 3 out of 5. How about you, Robert?
I mean, since Jets is more of a commercial gym, I'm around the same score. I would say a 2.5 out of 5, because I feel like the people who generally goes to commercial gyms are more about working out, right? It's not that heavily focused on the community aspect, right? So I guess it really depends on what you're going for.
In terms of equipment, I give it a 2.5 out of 5 because I feel like, I mean, it had pretty much everything you need, but you could have a little bit more variety, I suppose, if I compare it to other gyms. However, super nice rooftop, and we actually managed to take some cool pictures there as well in the heart of the Bangkok city center, right? Robert, what do you think?
In terms of equipment, I'll give it a solid 3.5 out of 5 because, again, you have everything you need for a good workout. I think the only thing you really miss are those like niched, equipments, maybe like, you know, some lateral raises in the machine. I love those to have like that availability. I didn't here. However, I feel like the thing that kind of lifts it up for me a little bit is the actual rooftop, you know, because that is very unique to, Jets, of course.
It's very unique, actually. You know what? I changed mine to 3. I think 2.5 was a little bit low. Last thing about Jets for this video, it's gonna be the convenience, right? So I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Like seriously, it's the best located gym I've been to in Bangkok. You know, you have it connected to Terminal 21, which has like all kind of foods you need. You have like a super convenient access to the BTS SkyTrain, central in Bangkok.
I agree. I give it also 5 out of 5. There's no arguing about that. It's right in the heart of the city, and as what Jake mentioned here, we got pretty much everything you need within the area. So, no questions asked, 5 out of 5.
Let's talk about Fitness First.
Community. I'll give the community of Fitness First a solid 3 out of 5. Because what I think is different from this one compared to Jets is just the fact that you have a little bit more like, people there who cares for you a little bit in terms of like personal trainers and such, right? You're paying a premium to work out there, which is definitely going to lead to, a bit more engaging staff in a sense, right? So slightly above Jets in that sense. So yeah, 3 out of 5.
I give it a 3 as well because I feel like, as Robert mentioned, you have all this kind of exclusive, almost like exclusive treatment, with like a lot of stuff, platinum gym, Also comes with a co-working space, which I think is like a little bit unique for a gym. I didn't spend that much time there, so maybe it would go up to a 4 over time if I like start to know the place a little bit more. But for now, it's gonna be a solid 3. Let's talk about the equipment of Fitness First. Robert.
I'll give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I think it was at the same level as Jets, honestly. And the reason why I give like Jets 3.5 as well is because, well, they had the rooftop. But I feel like here it was 3 floors, a little bit more variety, in terms of equipment, right? And again, for it to be a 5, I would say you need those like unique equipments, right, that you don't find everywhere. But still, you're definitely gonna get a good workout in regardless.
I give it a 4 because I feel like it was more like space. The area itself had like a lot of space, which is like really nice, and very cool city view as well. So I don't know, I feel like the machines in general and the weights were like super fresh. It felt new and exclusive. The convenience of Fitness First, Robert Berg gives it a
4 out of 5. It's in the very central part of Bangkok, right? Quite close to the BTS, but it's not a 5 out of 5 because we have it to compare to like Jets in Asok, so it's always, if you're competing with like the best location in the city, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah,
I feel like, it's definitely not as convenient as Jets, but it definitely has its place up there for sure. I give it a 3.5 because you had to walk a little bit from the BTS station to actually get there. I feel like that's something I really value in terms of the convenience if we're gonna compare them. So it takes away like 1 point from there. And like this half point, I would say, because it doesn't really have any known food court areas in the area. If you know any, let me know in the comments. All right, you know what, guys? We got a little bit of an overheating situation here in the Benchakitty Park.
It is hot today.
Yes, and the Apple gods, they didn't allow us to keep filming. So we got overheated, but you know what? Right now we're here in the shadow and we actually can sit a little bit and relax. So you know what? Let's wrap up with the last gym. So that's Muscle Factory. Robert, in terms of community, how would you rate Muscle Factory?
I mean, first of all, I might be a little bit biased here if you can read my shirt, all right, but yeah, man, like it is a 5 out of 5, no questions asked, all right. You know, people who go to Muscle Factory, they're really about the gym. It's kind of fun how I found out about the gym initially, right, because I was just scrolling Instagram way back in 2019, all right, because I was here in Bangkok just looking for some solid gyms when I was here for my first time. Stumbled upon GYMS and I saw that he was based here in Bangkok, right? And I looked into the gym he was going to and decided to go there. And well, first time I went there, I ran into the dude, you know. GYMS, if you don't know, is like, well, he was, rest in peace, he was one of the biggest fitness influencers like in this space, right? He gave me a very warm welcome to the gym. So shout out GYMS and rest in peace, brother.
I think Robert summed it up pretty good. So 5 out of 5. How about the equipment then?
5. But now you go into these more niched equipments that I've been talking about. You have everything. Like straight up, you have everything. You're gonna get the best workout of your life there, straight up.
Very like customized and unique machines. You also got like, you know, a lot of cable crosses, you know, and like a lot of everything.
Yeah.
It's like abundance. Equipment, I give it a 5 as well. Let's talk about the convenience of Muscle Factory.
This one is a little bit tougher because, I mean, in Bangkok as a whole, it's not the most convenient place to go to. Like in Bangkok, I would say like if you're staying within the city center or even like further to the Silom side, it's probably more like a 2.5 free if I'm like very, you know, generous with the rating here. If you're staying like I am in En Nut, it will be probably more like a 4, but since we have to kind of be more like in general ratings, I will give it, 2.5, I would say, you know, because it is very remote, right? It's not super accessible, and it's also when you get to En Nut, where it's located, you also have to walk maybe like a kilometer.
It's definitely like very convenient in terms of like you can always, as the other gyms as well, like you can fix day pass, week pass, monthly passes, you know, and that's always nice. But in terms of the location, it is a little bit off. So maybe if you start to considering getting a like motorcycle taxi or even a car, you know, then I guess it could like be a little bit more forgiving. If you don't stay in the En Nut area, maybe the convenience is a little bit too far. In general, you know, it's also nice, you know, sometimes to have those kind of hidden gems.
For sure.
So,
for sure. I mean, I stayed there for a reason. Let's just put it like that, you know. And it's perfect for me. I don't mind the distance because I use it as my warm up to the gym.
And you also got like Lotus, which is a hypermarket, and you got like great foods. Just make sure to say like, tell them like no namta. We learned this yesterday, like no sugar, because they, for some reason, some of the Thais, you know, they put the sugar in the food.
It is in food you wouldn't expect it to be in, you know, chicken and rice dishes essentially. You figure like, yeah, you don't need sugar for that, you think, but they use some of it to cook their food, and that's just a part of, I guess, Thai culture in general. They like their food sweet, so if you don't want that, just tell them, or maybe have your meals at Muscle Factory. They do have some ready-to-eat foods as well.
The final moment is here, so we're gonna put up the points on the screen in 3, 2, 1, go! And the winner is Muscle Factory.
Yes, sir. It's well deserved. It is the best gym here, no doubt about it. Might be slightly biased, but it's a great gym. Let's just put it like that.
Definitely. And you know what? It was fun to like check these gyms out and like dig a little bit deeper into the gym culture in Bangkok. Hopefully you get some kind of understanding by watching this. And you know what? I feel like now it's time for us to, speaking of like foods and gyms and whatever, you know, we're gonna hit the workout. So with that said, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you, Robert, as well. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Until next time.